Okay, so yeah, you and Robin G?
So Robin G from City TV and I came up with this concept. What we realized is every year we do our I've Got 7 campaign, which
Right.
is getting the community to do 7 days food and water, take your 7 steps to preparedness, get trained, get your pets prepared, all of that. But we realized there's not one disaster specialty store in town that people can go to. And we realized that it's not just Santa Monica, but people in general. You have to make it easy for them.
Wasn't Supply Sergeant used to be that way?
It was a store, and a lot of, Vaughn's could be one, Ralph's
Right.
could be one. You
Right.
can go there and get everything you need, but we don't. But people.
And it wasn't clear one place.
It's right,
One
and
stop.
even though you could go to a hardware store and do it, but our idea was to build on this pop-up shop concept, kind of like the Christmas tree lot is a vacant lot, 50 weeks out of the year, then 2 weeks suddenly there's trees there and they do a great business. Our idea was to do this as a pilot. We're going to do several more, but the idea was to bring just a few vendors, all local vendors, to set up and sell just specified items, so nobody was competing with each other. So our idea is Fisher Lumber, for example, they brought small hand tools and they brought batteries and flashlights and just a select buckets of some products. SOS, they're really the biggest company in Southern California. They enabled us to do a healthy pre-order. We had about 30 pre-orders to the event. They've done about 200 individual sales here. They've agreed to donate 10% of their proceeds today to the American Red Cross Japan Relief Fund.
Excellent.
Red Cross has done about 30 to 40 sales today, which is far beyond what they generally do at an event. REI has come to participate and kind of share what they offer. They weren't here to sell; they were here really to share what they offer as far as camping supplies. And their mantra is: best way to find out what you need to be prepared for a disaster is go camping for one night and see what you didn't have. It's kind of a fun concept, but that's what they've been doing. And then the other vendor that was here, they left early, was Bob's Market up on Ocean Park. We really wanted them to help with our local businesses, but this was a pilot. It's never been done.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a model that would allow them to make money and participate. So what we did is they gave out some canvas bags, recyclable bags for people to gather up their belongings, and they agreed, hey, the next time they're going to bring some propane tanks. They'll sell hot dogs, or they'll have hot dogs, but they're able to sell the propane tanks and find a better way to participate. And then our final local partner was Border Grill Truck. We had them set up out on Main Street just so if people were here on their lunch break, and it's been tremendous. I tell you, we had the most significant thing that we've had is 3,000 hits to our website, the I'veGot7.com website in the last 2 weeks. That was unheard of for us. That was great. And that means that people actually heard about this event, whether it was through an email blast, through their neighborhood group, through the city, fire, police departments, or through the newspaper, but they took the next step. They went onto the website, they found out a little more, and then at least 30 took the next step and pre-ordered material.
Whose idea was
We said we wanted
great.
to make this as easy as possible, and our idea, focusing on the civic lot right here, was we've got Rand, we've got the courthouse, we've got all the city buildings. If they want to come in lunch, the easiest way is maybe I'm sitting here at my desk, I get an email from some guy named Paul, and it says, hey, we're going to have a pop-up shop in a week. If you want to pre-order here, well, I'm already at my desk. I'll go online, I see what I got, I reach in my pocket, I pay for it. So now all I have to do is mark my calendar that at Tuesday at noon, I'll go pick up my supplies. And that's really caught on. So it's been this is clearly we hit something here. So,
And how much was the Japan earthquake and tsunami a motivation, and how much was just regular timing?
Yes. And I'd say the earthquake clearly was a motivation in terms of getting it into people's mind. But we know about people that we're a month away from that earthquake already. So people have already started to forget. While it's still a important topic, we know that if you were to go to SOS or the Red Cross or REI the week after the Japan earthquake, they would have been sold out of everything. And that's part of the reason REI doesn't have as much product to bring to this, is all the suppliers don't have a lot still. So what we're finding is there's a direct impact. Obviously, you get an earthquake, people go ahead and they buy their stuff. But this one is a little bit removed where it's in the back of their mind. But again, I think we're also learning if you make it easy for people, it's going to get them that little push that they need. I mean, there's no excuse not to be prepared right now. We're bringing it to your desk. We're giving you 20 minutes to come in and out. We've got people, volunteers helping load up cars. I mean, this is really a good model. And for our next event, we'll look at a weekend in a residential area so we can get the residents. This is really a learning curve. We'll see, I don't think we expected this turnout. But it's
And what was the turnout? How big?
Total, I'm going to guess we're probably somewhere along the lines of 400 people, and those are paying customers, not just, the difference between this and a fair, and this is basically an open store. It's open from 9 to 4, and then it goes away. The fair concept is you have seminars, you have workshops, you have speakers. Yeah, that was not this. This was meant literally. It's just a store, and I don't know what business. We've had steady business since 9 a.m. And I say we, just the vendors here. There has not been a quiet moment, so it's great. It's funny if you come here and say, "Wow, this is a fair. There's nobody here." That's great because that's not the concept. But if you walk into a store and you see this, you're just blown away. So.
And on that last point, as far as the education, are people asking your department what to do?
They are, and that's the other reason why we brought the Red Cross, the police department, and fire department here, is to do the educational components and offer up training courses and how they can get prepared, and further steps that they can take, how to get their neighborhood involved. But our main goal was giving the community little excuse to get prepared. We're bringing it to you. Our next step is. Can't share it. It's a secret. You have to tune in.
Well,
it's building on our food truck concept. If that gives you a hint.
For follow up, if people want to call or find you on the web, what's
Sure.
what's the info?
Go to I'vegot7.com. It's the emergency preparedness website for the city, or you can call Paul Weinberg at 310-458-8686, or email at paul.weinberg, WEINBERG, at smgov.net.
And do you spell the 7 or do you number it?
The number 7. I've got 7.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.